fellow language learning nerds, welcome to a new video in which I wanted to give a little time to looking back at this year of me studying Japanese, as well as looking forward, because I feel like it's a good time of year to do that. So it's September now, and that's kind of like a start of the school year, which I'm about to start a new batch of in-class Japanese lessons. So I feel like it's a good time to kind of do that. I think I've done this sort of thing before as well. I feel like I might have done one for last year, but anyway, I felt like it was a good time to talk about it. To be perfectly honest, I feel like this year up until now has been a bit for my language learning for Japanese, because I feel like I've just been on maintenance mode. I didn't plan to do that, because I know sometimes you want to kind of rest your your studying. You don't want to be super focused on it all the time, but I feel like I didn't plan for it to be this way, and I've just kind of been maintaining my level and not really putting any effort into growing it at all. I feel, especially if you compare it to the previous year, where I feel like they did put in a lot more work, and I mean, that was also the year that I did the JLPT exam for Japanese, and I managed to do the N4, and so I feel like that year was pretty good. And this year I've just kind of been a bit like, I think this year I've struggled with motivation. Like, even when I've had a time to do language learning, and you know what, not just language learning, for a lot of things. There's a lot of other non-language related things that I want to do, and I want to put effort into, and even then when I've had time to do it, I've just meh. So it's not just language learning, I feel like, that has suffered from me having low motivation, but yeah, it's been a thing that I've had this year. It's not all been bad for language learning this year. I've mentioned it a couple of times, I did this year manage to do level 1 for sign language, which was great. I love that so much. I definitely recommend you learning that. Yeah, despite having low motivation, one of the things I was able to do was this level 1 course. So it's like the absolute basics, the absolute beginner sort of level thing. And I feel like that's like starting to learn a new language, like starting from scratch, can be something that is like, it's like, ooh, exciting. Everything is new and fresh. And I feel like it can be tempting to start learning a new language because you're like, ooh, new things. and sometimes you can get fueled by a bit of motivation because something is brand new. You can be like, ooh, I want to do that. And I feel like that helped me for sign language. I feel like I was able to put a bit of effort into that because I was like, ooh, this is new. Ooh, I wonder what this is. Not the best year I think I've been having, but it's not like I did nothing for language learning. And so yeah, so I feel like it's not much of a win, but I'll take it. Going forward, looking forward, so as I say, I'm about to start a new lot of Japanese classes. My usual, like, once a week, one evening a week, I actually get to go to a classroom and learn with students and my teacher. I've been doing that for a few years now, and I do really like it. It helps put a little bit of structure into my language learning. Like I feel like a little bit of structure is good, but then you also need the freedom to be able to change it and that. So that's why I kind of like doing the like one evening a week sort of thing. That can be my little bit of structure in language learning, and the rest is free to do whatever it do. So yeah, I'm starting a new lot of in-person classroom learning, and I'm looking forward to that. I really like my teacher and I like my fellow students as well. I think we're a good little group. And because I have had little motivation for my studying, I do worry a bit that I might struggle a bit in class because I haven't put as much effort into keeping my learning going. But the other day I did go through my books, like my notebooks for class, to be like, okay, what am I meant to have known from the last time we did classes, and I need to organize them and structure them. And I went through the books, and turns out I kind of did that already a few months ago, and I was like, yeah, thank you, past me. So I feel a bit more organized and structured going into a new set of lessons. I like it when things are organized. Even though this is like much further into the future, so it's not like for the rest of the year, but it's like for next year, I do want to give some serious consideration in maybe going back and doing the next level for the JLPT exam. There's no proper proper official reason why I need to do that exam. It would just be so I can set myself a goal to try and motivate me to, you know, get good. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing that for next year, maybe next year December. So that gives me a long time to kind of prepare and get ready for it, and to make the decision for sure whether or not I want to do it as well. Even though it's not much, it's just starting to do a new batch of lessons, like a new school year or something. I feel like I can use that to perhaps give me a bit of motivation to put more effort into my studying. Come on, Rin, come on, do the studying, do something, anything, come on. And hopefully that will make this last part of the year a bit better for my language learning. It's okay to have a bad meh time, but I want to punch through, start getting a better time. Yeah. In summary, I haven't had the best year for studying, but I'm a little bit optimistic going forward. I passed that sign language exam, by the way. Yay! If you've heard me talk about it before, you may have seen the video where I spoke about just how nervous I was before the sign language exam. I was so nervous. And then we had about 6 weeks, maximum 6 weeks, to wait for our result. And then it got to exactly 6 weeks, and me and the other sign language students were like, teacher, please, we need to know. Turns out the exam board who were doing it had some big delays, and so we had to wait almost another extra week before we got it. But our teacher bugged them about it, the exam board, to be like, hey, my students are waiting. So I guess next year I'm not only thinking about whether I'll do the next JLPT level for Japanese for N3, I guess I'll also have to be thinking about doing maybe level 2 of sign language. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about where I am at the moment for my Japanese, my reflecting and looking forward. I always appreciate you taking the time to listen to me go on. So I will let you go get back to the rest of your day. Hopefully see you in the next video, and remember, may your grammar be structured and your vocabulary varied. Bye! Would you like a couple of non-language learning updates? Because I have some. I bought a hat. It's kind of witchy. I bought it so I can wear it on Halloween. I'll be working on Halloween, so that's gonna be a fun day at work. I also got a brand new walking stick, which is purple, and it's got bubbles in it, and it lights up. And also, I've been reading. This is what I'm reading at the moment. A little book about runes, which I thought that would be cool. So yeah, runes, a purple stick, and new hat. I think I'm a wizard.